Hey YouTube family, it's your girl Jazzy, getting jazzy with jazz. And if y'all want to have a good time, YouTube family, just like I do, come on over. And I need y'all to go ahead and do this for me, like, comment, and subscribe. And then we're going to get the party started. Hey. Good evening, YouTube. It is 11 o'clock. Well, you know what, y'all? It's 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm doing these reviews for y'all, okay? Love and Hip Hop, and this is season 13, episode 1. And then, this is what I'm gonna tell y'all, what was going on and what was happening. They ain't finna get no title from me. What I'm finna give this title is, it was such a good opening, because when I tell you the whole cast was giving me the vibe and all that, and I was like, okay, I'm finna get up and I'm about to dance, yeah. And then Scrappy had his rap and all that stuff, and then Rennie Rucci, I like her, she's such a sweetie. And then Zane, of course, and then he sound good. Didn't nobody sound bad to me. And then Erica Banks, and then even Spice sound okay, what I can understand. And then Jock, of course, the G Jock, of course he has to come in. And then Rashida. And so after that, then I said, okay, good opening. And even on Rashida, Georgia Prune, shout out to Scotty by Nature, Georgia Prune. He's so funny to be Georgia Prune. I like that. I always laugh at him. And I'm going to watch him after I get done with my recording. But Jock and Kendra, and then Scrappy, Zane, and they all show up at Happy 404 Day. And y'all know 404 is the yay. It's the ATL, baby. And even got me thinking about relocating to Atlanta, because I do want to move to Atlanta. I just want to move somewhere else. I need to get out of Tennessee because I can't. And then Mayor Atkins now. I said, okay. I like Mayor Atkins, because, you know, Jock came up there and he did his meet me at the trap. It's going down. Meet me in the mall. It's going down. Meet me in the it's going down. Anywhere you meet me, guaranteed to go down. Meet me at the trap. It's going down. Meet me in the mall. It's going down. Oh, I'm so old, y'all. I'm only 35. But, you know, I remember that song. And then they all was jamming and had me up there. And they was all having a good time. And I said, good times. And then they even had Mayor Atkins up there doing the dance. I said, okay. I like it. And then Jessica Zane and his wife, and then Rennie Rucci are, you know, discussing if Zach is the dad. And then let me tell you who said this. It was Jessica was the one that asked Rennie Rucci if Zach was the child's dad. And then she was just saying, well, yeah, I mean, we just had an issue. We just had an issue on live, but we working everything out. And she said, I mean, he pretty much was just in his feelings. And I remember that live. And I said, ooh, oh, wow. Woo, it was a lot. And then Jessica gonna say, she says, sometimes the best thing to do is get a divorce to Zane and his wife. I said, woo, she was out of line. She was out of line. Like a line that's supposed to be a straight line, but it started being squiggly and crinkly. I'm like, girl, don't do that. And Jessica wants to throw a wellness retreat now, after she done stirred up all that. And nobody was offended or nothing like that. So, because Sierra don't mean no harm. So, I mean, Jessica don't mean no harm. So, Sierra says that she is not speaking to Rennie Rucci because of the way that we had an issue. We really had an issue last season, and we had an issue, and I'm like, okay, Sierra. Okay. And then Rollo, he said he out the halfway house. And then Sierra said that Bambi diss track though was something. And then Sierra said the diss track on Rashida and Kirk talking about her marriage. I said, ooh, wait. Well, we already know the issue and the dealings with Rashida, because it go all the way back from when K. Michelle used to be on there. And they had so many issues. And Spice saying the same thing, talking about her song is on the charts. Now, it's on the charts, but I'm not so sure where it is on the charts, y'all. I mean, fight me in the comments or leave me a comment, but I'm not sure where her song is. I'm really not sure where her song is. And I know that she was nominated for a Grammy, but I know that she didn't win the Grammy. I was watching that. I said, And then I said, okay. And Rashida, of course, she meets with Spice. Talk about that diss track again. And I'm like, so y'all gonna keep saying the same thing this whole episode, talking about the diss track, just different sets of people talking about the diss track and this and this and that. And I'm like, all right. And then she said, and Rashida gonna say, well, what was I didn't deserve to have them threads or whatever. It was, well, why was it on me? I'm like, girl, hush. Moving on. And then Jessica and Bambi fiance Ray, they meet while she's wedding dress shopping, and she looks so pretty, and she looks like a black Barbie. And the ring, when I tell you, her ring is giving. Her ring is giving. Her ring is beautiful. And then and then Bambi, she looks pretty in her wedding dress too. She does look like a Barbie doll. She does. She looks like a African American Barbie doll. And then Bambi said that she needs to watch it. Basically, Spice taking it too far. Talking about her mama. F your mama, F your mama, F your mama, F your mama, F your mama. Y'all know what Bambi be, not Bambi, Spice be saying. Oh, let darn. Oh, goodness. It's a headache. She's a headache to me. And then Carly, Saucy, and Rennie meet to talk about her ex-husband and how she pretty much had to be arrested because of some domestic violence. And Carly said that she is afraid. And then Carly said she was covering it up for a while, but she's truly afraid and she's still, scared. And then Rennie was just telling her, well, you okay? It's okay. You're okay. Nothing is gonna happen, pretty much. And I said, well, that's good. She got a support system, because domestic violence is never okay. And then some way it may, then Rennie Rucci, she was saying that it was some song that caused her and her her man to get into it. It's called Samway. And then she said it was made in 2021. And she says that her ex says that, you know, he was really trying to start BS in, you know, her relationship and all that stuff. And she also says that she don't want to lose her dude. And she says that she loves Zach to death. And, well, to the moon and earth, you know, to the moon and earth. And she says that she is ready for the retreat. And she invites Carly and Saucy to the retreat. And Saucy said, well, who gonna be there? Who gonna be there? And Carly says she will come, but Jessica needs to be a grown woman, grow up, and she is not a supermodel anymore. And I said, ooh, 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 ooh. Girl, did you really shade her like that though? And I'm like, okay. And then now this took out the whole rest of the episode. So Scrappy and Shakira, his baby mom, and she says that he needs to get to know him. And it's pretty much like, I'm like, but Shakira, from what I can remember from last season, it was a paternity issue, and it's either you were stalling to take the DNA test or whatever, and when you finally got the DNA test and it was Scrappy's baby, then, I mean, I guess it's just been hell on high water ever since then, because Scrappy says that he needs to get to know his son, and she says that the baby was conceived through a threesome. And this she said, then he calls and asks, does he want a massage or anything like that? Trying to get her to come over there. Trying to get her to come over there. And I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize, because it's time for me to go to sleep. This is gonna be my last video. But yeah, I apologize. And she says, and you know, him trying to get her over there. And you know how Scrappy do. Had the same way that he did with Shane. The same way that he did with Erica Pinkett. The same way he did with Erica Dixon. I mean, you know how he just play games with every single woman. And then he did Bambi the same way. But she was different. And then she stood on business. And then they got married. But, you know, they were having issues because they both childish. They're both childish. Both childish. Both childish. Both childish. And then she says that and then she just totally flipped the script, and then she just started saying some and everything. And I'm like, wait, hold on, girl, wait a minute. We're talking about something. Well, he knows that I can get on top and spin it all around. I'm like, Shakira? I'm like, spin it all around, huh? All right. And then she says that she wants to tell his girlfriend, Brittany, the realtor that isn't selling no houses, that he's still trying to smash. And Scrappy admits in the confessional that he stuck his Peter Wacker pretty much in the wrong woman. But he says she had some good for JJ. I'm like, ooh, Scrappy. That's what got you in trouble before. And then she says that she says that so she just put the girl out and said that he said, well, his girlfriend, she sells bottles at Magic City, the strip club. I said, oh, do she, girl? How you know, girl? You be there down there too to see if she's selling them or not? Do you work down there? Because I about wanted to say, do you work down there, my girl? Okay. Okay. Well, we going to see about that. We're going to see about that. We're going to let you have that. And then he gets up to leave in his robe. And I'm like, robe? He was in that. So he was in their house when it first came out. They was in the house. She was in the bed, looked like, and then he had his robe on. And she says, you don't take care of your son at all. And then she say that you sent your son pennies. And she's saying that she don't care about him. I don't care about you. I don't care about you. You send your son pennies and all this and that. And you say that he come and get this punani. If he said, you always be asking, can I come and get this punani all the time? Then she stood up and she started pumping her stuff. And I'm like, girl, my mind. She back remind me of Evelyn Lozada. Remember when Evelyn Lozada was talking about that CC thing or whatever she was on there saying, that she was saying about Chad. He can do it all night. And then Ciara says that it's tricky to see that all the ladies, and they got off of that fool because she was a stone fool. And I'm like, girl, shut up. Be quiet. And then it creeps over now. It creeps over to that retreat. And they on their way to that retreat. And Ciara says that it's tricky to see that all the ladies are not getting along. And Spice says that she will not engage. I will not engage with Bombi. Because Bombi, I'm not going to engage with Bombi unless she say something to me. And I'm like, unless she say something to me, or unless she say something about me. So I'm not going to engage with her. And I said, Spice, shut up. Be quiet. And then Spice decided that she coming to the retreat. And I'm like, girl, you knew you was coming to that retreat because, see, the gag is, all y'all have to come to these events. Because Rashida got to come too. If you want to make your money, or if you need your check or whatever, you gonna go. It's for the show, girl. Don't play games like you had a choice or anything like that. You ain't got no choice. If you gonna be on the show, then you have to comply. Okay? And then Spice said, it's not that, it's me coming is not going to be a bad idea. And then all the ladies are there, and Spice and Kendra come at the last minute. And I said, interesting. Child, you know how Love and Hip Hop do. Y'all should be used to it. Because I got a couple of minutes and I'm going to talk to y'all about how Love and Hip Hop, I don't know if y'all remember, but Love and Hip Hop used to be so good the first 2 or 3 seasons. And when Jocelyn and Stevie and then Mimi, those were good storylines. It was funny and it was messy. However, I'm like, no. I don't know if I like, you know how, I'm gonna just tell y'all. So those were like genuine, like real feelings. Everything that was going on, that was real. It was really real. And when I tell you it was real, it was real. And then it's like now all of this is storybook, like movie type, just fake. The storylines are fake. None of the storylines are real. None of it is real. And I can just wholeheartedly say that people are just on there for a check and just for reality show. You know, reality show check. And I'm finna tell y'all, I used to watch Love and Hip Hop just like I used to watch Basketball Wives. It's the same thing. I watched Basketball Wives from the first season. I watched Love and Hip Hop from the first season. And now we are on season 13. And I'm still watching it because my whole thing is these people, they just acting the way that they have to act and the way that they be acting for a check. So I said, if y'all want to keep engaging in Love and Hip Hop, I'll review it for y'all as long as I can. As long as y'all, you know, want me to review it, I'll review it for y'all. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this video uploaded. And so, again, this was Love and Hip Hop, Season 13, Episode 1, and it came in hot. So, I want y'all to do me a favor. I'm going to tell y'all good night. Have a blessed night. Good night. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, okay? Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all tomorrow. And I'm going to go ahead and finish uploading all of the rest of my Love Island episodes. Bye, YouTube. And YouTube, that was the video. And what I want y'all to do is like, comment, and subscribe. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, YouTube family.